A new attempt for an all-female reboot of a previous franchise? Well, you know what that means. It's time for the straight white male to share his opinion about it on the internet. Yay! Ocean's 8, directed by Gary Ross, starring Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Rihanna, Sarah Paulson, Helena Bonham Carter, Mindy Kaling, Awkwafina, and Anne Hathaway, and also some appearances from James Corden and Richard Armitage, but no one wants to talk about them. This one is all about the ladies. Now, the internet, as it always does, was making quite a bit of noise when this all-female reboot was announced. What separates this from something like the all-female reboot of Ghostbusters is that this is part of the same world of the original movies. It's not a reboot from scratch. This is 100% connected to the previous Ocean's movies. Not that it plays any important part to the story, though, other than Sandra Bullock plays Danny Ocean's sister, Debbie Ocean. But Danny is now dead, and Debbie is just out of prison. And guess what? She's not reformed at all. Shocker. Now she plans to pull off a massive jewellery heist with the help of a few ladies, because men get noticed too much, apparently. Now, before I go on, I do need to say, I didn't like this film. I wanted to like it, I really did, but I also don't want to sit here and rip it to pieces. It's not a terrible film, it's just a shame and waste of a good cast. I feel the same way about this as I did when The Monuments Men came out. You've got such a good cast, you can't help but want it to succeed. But you've got to stay true to yourself, and I've got to stay true to myself. And this film just fell flat for me. I guess you could argue that I'm not the target audience, and that's fine.
What if we could make all this go away?
So Ocean's 8, as I've already said, is set within the same world of the previous Ocean's films. Yet Debbie Ocean doesn't really feel like a relative to the Danny Ocean we knew from the earlier films. Sure, she's got the same amount of hunger for a good heist as her brother, but none of the personality. Or any personality. Her character is the title of the movie, and yet it never really feels like her film. And weirdly, one of her sole character traits seems to be eating a lot. In the first act, she's always eating something.
Because that's what I'm good at.
Which at first you think, that's a nod to the original movies. And then you realise that it was Brad Pitt's character that was eating all the time in those films, not George Clooney. So she's picked up a character trait from not her brother, but her brother's friends. It just feels a bit dumb. I mean, every character in this film has an individual quirk. One is cool but cautious, one is cool but cocky, one is cool but ditzy. I mean, we get it, they're all cool. But none of them develop as a character. I mean, they don't even develop as a team. They just form. Hello, we've never met before, but would you like to risk decades in prison to commit a massive crime? Sure, let's do it. The end. What? What just happened? There's no friction, and friction makes for a good story. It helps characters bond, and there's no bonding here. They join up, and that's that. And any time a problem comes up, it's solved with the first idea someone thinks of. There's just no tension, unless you count the Botox in Sandra Bullock's face. That looked pretty tense. The script just doesn't pop with anything. You feel like they wanted to be funnier, but no one's cracking wise, and that would have been most welcome here. They could have done with more comic performers within this cast. I think they kind of went a bit too prestige. You've got Mindy Kaling. She was completely wasted. She's one of the best comic performers out at the moment. And she's got no moment to comically shine at all. The one person who does save this film, though, is Anne Hathaway. She's brilliant in this. She has a personality. She's vulnerable, confident, sneaky. And she's the only one in this film that ends as a different person than she started as at the beginning. For a film about a load of criminals, there's no risk-taking here. It could have afforded to be a lot more ridiculous. Take, for example, the first Ocean's 11 film with George Clooney. Now, if I remember right, they steal like a nuclear device to set off an EMP, and when they steal it, the scene ends with a security guard running out of a building, shaking his fist at the escaping vehicle. Now, that's a serious and dangerous piece of tech that just got stolen, something that really the army should have been involved with getting it back. But no, the shaking fist of a security guard is the only repercussion here. That's absurd, and it's the sort of moment that this film was missing. There's nothing over the top, no clashing personalities, no twists, no turns. This is a roller coaster that can only go in a straight line, lasts 2 hours, and ends in disappointment. And I don't go to the cinema to experience a train journey to Leeds. Overall, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. I'm not going to watch it if it's on TV. I'm not going to stream it from a VOD site. And no, I'm not going to buy it either. But I wouldn't mind a sequel for this film. They have the potential to make something really good. Keep the cast, change the director, change the writers, take a completely different approach. I think they could make something magic. But maybe I'm wrong.
Literally.
But what did you think of Ocean's 8? Comment with your thoughts below, and while you're down there, hit the subscribe and the like button. Give this a share on Facebook and Twitter, and if you can, please donate to the coffee link also in the description. Thanks for watching Matt Blair Reviews. See you again next time.